Hello and welcome to the doghouse, everybody. It's Holly B and the doghouse. And I am here with a very special guest, and I haven't been in the studio for quite a while, so you'll have to bear with me. I'm like riding a bike. There we go. That's a better layout. Hi, good to see you, CJ. He is with Operation Green Healing, and I can't wait to get started. Do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, CJ?
Yeah. Hey, thanks. Thanks, Holly. Thanks for having me tonight. I really appreciate it. It's been a while since I've been in the saddle myself on a podcast. So let's do this together. So yeah, I'm an Army veteran. We founded Operation Green Healing. I've been working in the veteran space beyond that for about 7 years now. I've been out since 2003. We'll see how much we want to get into that. But I found my calling about 7 years ago, helping veterans, and it's really just pushed me to grow, and found Operation Green Healing with some other veterans that I met along the way who see the mission the way we all want to really try to build a community that continues to serve. Because one of the things I've noticed in all the core values for every branch of service is somewhere along it's selfless service.
Yeah.
And not all of us have that calling post-service. Some of us didn't even while we were in service. But for those of us that do, we're building a C19 kind of foundation that's focused around alternative healing and about veterans giving back to other veterans.
I love that. And now, are you affiliated with Terry Ike?
Yeah, Terry is one of our co-founders as well.
Okay. I met him at MJ BizCon. Super cool guy.
Yeah. He told me I needed to come over and talk to you. Funny story about MJ BizCon is they don't allow you to have your medicine there, even in the smoking area where everybody's smoking cigarettes. And I was actually approached by security. Hands were put on me. I gave me an anxiety attack. I didn't have my service animal. I walked out through the parking lot, walked across Vegas, and left MJ BizCon. Very, very not comfortable experience for me. So I was unable to come visit with you there, and it's unfortunate. But here we are today catching up.
You know what? I don't think you're the only one, because there for a while they were letting us consume out in the smoking area, and it was just a blast. And this year it just was not, the attendance was not very good. It was pretty much dead. And I attribute a lot of that to not having a consumption area. It's MJ BizCon, y'all.
Yeah. And for those of us who have medicinal needs to put us in a situation like that, where
crowds are not our thing.
Yeah, I use cannabis because I'm no longer on meds for anxiety and PTSD, and being in crowds like that really triggers me. And I needed to step out, and I was being super respectful. I was like out on my own by myself. I got a joint, and I'm just, they came up like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm just smoking." They're like, "Oh, okay." And they're like, "Oh, you're smoking weed though?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Hi, I got my medicine." And they're like, "Oh, you can't smoke here." I'm like, "Well, you want me to just step out of the area and go off and walk in the parking lot?" They're like, "You can't do that and come back in. You need to put the weed out, sir." And then like the next thing I know, another security guy came up and he like put his arm around my shoulder. And that was absolutely uncalled for. I'm like, "You guys are triggering me." They're like, "Don't come back." So I went and I like hit around the building and like smoked. And I'm like, "Oh, can I get back in?" And I'm like, they're watching me. I'm like, it's just not worth it. Like,
no, it's not. It's not. And, if you're going to have a cannabis event like that, you have to have some kind of leeway or somewhere for consumption. I mean, that's the crowd that is going to be there. That's the crowd that's trying to, do business and make money and connections and network. And I don't know. We'll see how it plays out in the future with MJ BizCon and their no smoking policy.
Food truck and a DJ for you while you smoke your cigarettes. I mean, come on. So, anyhow,
exactly.
Enough about that.
Let's move on. Let's talk about you and the fantastic stuff that you're doing with this foundation, Operation Green Healing. I'm so excited. I love this kind of stuff. Can you tell me more?
Yeah. So what Operation Green Healing is first off, we're filed as a 501c19. That's cool. The same designation that your VFWs, your American Legions get. Okay. And we do have the nonprofit status based on our membership meeting the criteria with the IRS. We've recently founded, so we are a new organization, but we come with a lot of strength from past organizations, and really the willingness to lead. So what we're all about is empowering veterans to heal one another, using community events as the way to break the isolation. And we also use our Discord as a way to break the isolation. We've noticed that whether you are rural or you're in the city, not all of us are running around wearing shirts that say we're veterans, and not all of us know we're like-minded in the sense of alternative medicine.
Right.
So we built this platform in this community for us to come together. And then the goal within the community is to find those veterans who've been touched to continue serving our brothers and sisters by building a peer support network that is unique to Operation Green Healing. Peer support is not unique. It's actually, they were stating last year, I'm terrible with names. The director of the VA said we need to count more on our veteran service organizations to do some of the legwork for us. Well, okay, I took that as a challenge. We are working on getting fundraising now for our training program for our first 4 of us, myself, Rich, Terry, and Greg. And we're going to be accredited in VA peer support. We're getting our mental health first aid certifications. We're all in the class now. We've all done the VA SAVE. One of the big things that's different with us is we're doing psychedelic integration and coaching. That is a huge part for us because with these alternative medicines that everybody's using, the big part is integrating them and being able to build that community of people that understand what happens with this medicine and have those conversations post-experience.
Yeah.
And we're also going to be getting trained in harm reduction. That's a big one. So when we're having these conversations with veterans, and the reality is this: we all have heard that psilocybin mushrooms are groundbreaking medicine.
Right.
More people than not are going to acquire these medicines on their own and take them. When they have a profound experience, what? If you don't do the right integration, it's not worth it. You're getting high to get by at that point, which will get you through the moment, but is it going to properly heal you? And I say the same thing with cannabis. Cannabis is given to us all, and we're all told, oh yeah, well, it's real easy to get the pain, get the sleep, and potentially reduce anxiety. But if you're not using cannabis correctly, it can increase anxiety, and you can become cannabis disorder use is real. If you're sitting inside just smoking weed all day, peeking out your window, you need to get out. You need to start with setting intentions with your cannabis use and have mindfulness with it. So we have a mindful cannabis program we're going to be rolling out that I've written, the syllabus, and just reminding people to set some mindfulness with this cannabis, understanding how the medicine works with you, and then integrating it in the community and integrating it with peer support. Because if we just get out and talk and have the conversations about day in and day out stuff, and break through to the real conversations we need to have. And that's where having our community members who feel empowered to continue to serve can get the training we have. And then beyond that, like long-term goals is we'd like to find mental health professionals that want to volunteer their time. So when we bump into one of those individuals who's really, really struggling and the VA says, 2 weeks out, we can find an interim, maybe an appointment, 1 or 2 for them to get by beyond our peer support. And community building events. Part of the membership for the organization is we're going to have healing retreats that will be available for our community members. You'll apply for the scholarships as we get them, and working with other nonprofits and other places where the medicine is allowed, breaking down that barrier of travel cost and connecting the veteran with the proper resource, whether they are trying to do, an ayahuasca retreat, a psilocybin retreat, just making sure they're connected with good resources. And, we can't give the medicine. That's not what our organization does. We're about guiding people in that right direction when they're looking for it. But most importantly is peer support and integration coaching, being there for the veterans, having routine meetups. We've got some classes written out beyond the mindful cannabis class. Greg Meyer, another one of our founders, has this whole integration program. It's not just integration like post-service. This can be for some of us who've been out for 20 years. It's about back in those healthy habits that keep your mindset right. Holding yourself accountable a little bit is where it begins, and setting that schedule. We were all told what to do in our time of service. Very few of us got to the point where we're telling everybody what to do. Most of us were told what to do, and a good soldier follows orders well. So a lot of us we need that. It helps keep,
Mhm.
and that's what I seen where people lose it. So if we can help guide them back with that, just give them that clairvoyance every day. I know I'm talking a lot here, so
I love it. You're saying a lot of fantastic stuff here, and I agree 100%. So here we have veteran membership. So if I were to click this button, it's going to take me to a form, I'm assuming, and
yeah.
I can fill that out, and then it goes to you and your folks, and then someone would reach out to me, and we would start our peer to peer counseling. Would a counselor or one of you guys be giving me a call after I fill out this form?
So the veteran membership, it's imagine, like I said, imagine like you're joining a VFW or an American Legion. That's the way it works. So you'll click this,
Okay.
and there are all different levels.
Okay.
And we even have a hardship tour, which doesn't say it on there, but if you can't afford the lowest cost, you can apply for a hardship tour. And as we get donations, it will cover the cost of it. But
Okay.
the goal is buy-in. Right now, none of our people are formally trained in any of the peer support.
Okay.
We are just veterans who are willing to be open-eared. That's what
Mhm.
it's all really about to begin with, is having the open ear. We do have community events going on right now, and that's where we're trying to build. Before we can have all these peer support classes and be working together, we need the community to come together around it. So most of what we have in the interim before we actually start our peer support programs
Mhm.
is going to be community events, and we're just going to have online classes. Like I said, we're going to start that integration class, and our mindful cannabis class is going to be coming up as well. And
Oh,
those are
cool.
on the digital.
So, and that's where you guys would reach out to me. Say I can do the boot. So say I sign up for the boot. And so now is there like a newsletter that'll come out to me when these community events are and the different trainings that I can log on and participate?
Correct. You will
Okay.
get a welcome email. You'll be invited to the Discord server, which is open to everybody, not just veterans. At this current state, our Discord is open. We don't have a closed space, but as we build out, we'll make a private section for veterans only that are verified. That way we can have, conversations with one another.
Cool.
Our membership is veteran only, and the reason
Mhm.
for that is to keep the designation as a nonprofit status. We need to hold veteran status. We do have a small allotment for significant other spouses and children of,
Mm.
and
Oh,
cadets as well. Much like the VFW, to hold your status, you have to have 70% be, war fighter or combat, or I forget how the designation works. 70%,
right.
and then 10. I think it's like 10 or 15% of it can be spouses, children, and cadets. So we have room
Interesting.
for all. But I want to make this very clear: our community events are open to everybody. There will be member-only camping retreats and things like that. That's
Right.
we don't have a brick and mortar like some of the bigger, nonprofits do. That's a goal one day. But more importantly, our goal is get out and do things with veterans. So it's no cost for our veteran members as we have these events. Currently, the events that we have out are puff and paint and some of the stuff we have coming up. It's
Oh
open.
yeah. Do you want to go ahead and jump into that with some of
Yeah,
your
yeah.
events?
Puff and paint. That's going to be in Fox Lake, Illinois, at California Cookies Dispensary.
Oh,
It's
cool.
exactly what it sounds like. I've had an artist pre-sketch out all the painting, so you don't have to be super artistic to draw the design yourself. We're all going to be painting an American Eagle, smoking a doobie, and you can, get as intricate as you want with the details. The whole thing about art therapy is getting out and doing it. You don't
Mm.
have to be good at art. I broke that barrier down. My stick figures look like dogs, and it's supposed to be a person. I am not good at art, and this artist assures me that my painting will look like an eagle. And he showed me what he sketched, and I'm like, I think I can color in between the lines. So most importantly, it's the art therapy aspect. This coming weekend, I'll be down at the Cicero American Legion Vibe event. It's kind of their 420 Veterans in Balance. Um, April 25th as well, out in Colorado, we will be having a veterans breakfast. Um, let's see, after that, we're going to do another veterans breakfast in Rockford, Illinois, where that's looking at probably the Saturday before Memorial Day. Uh,
Hmm.
I don't have the exact date on that. It's not the 17th. It's the weekend after. That's my kid's graduation. It's the 17th.
Oh,
Uh,
cool.
write that one down, and it's not exactly scheduled yet, but we're working with that one. June 6th, 7th, and 8th, we'll be out in Colorado again for Dude Grows Cup. That's the biggest home growers cup out there. Attend that.
That
May
sounds like
2nd,
fun.
we'll be out in Virginia. Again, that's another growers cup. And post the growers cup and daytime experiences is Mission DD 420. So what this is 420 Chief, another veteran and podcaster, and Break the Stigma. He's the founder of Break the Stigmas, another nonprofit helping veterans break the stigma and access this medicine. He's based out of Missouri there. They're putting on a camp out after this. And that camp out is free for all veterans. Between Operation Green Healing and 420 Chief and a bunch of other donors, we've got meds donated for everybody. There's going to be no sale of any medicine or any cannabis or anything like that will not be sold. Right. But there are donations for the veterans. The camping trip is free overnight. Go out, show up the day of. The day of is a whole big judging cup, and there'll be all kinds of goodies and food trucks and all that fun stuff that day. And that's out in Virginia.
Amazing.
And then our biggest event of the year is going to be July 18th and 19th in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. It's on the pond. It's going to be 2 days of music, food, camaraderie, community. We're going to have live artists doing some painting, and you'll be able to purchase the paintings that are painted live. We're going to have some yoga, bags tournament, more details to come. We're still looking for sponsors and vendors for that. So if you're in the Eau Claire area,
ding, ding,
come on out. Tickets are available on Eventbrite. You can find all this information that I just went over, because I know it's a bunch, on our social medias. Instagram and Facebook are our primary sources, and it's Operation Green Healing. Very, very simple to find everything. And there's more coming this fall. I'm not going to ramble on events, because let's just say we're busy. It's looking like July 25th, we're going to be doing a free float trip for members of our community on the Rock River here in Illinois, in the Rockford area. But more to come on that. I'm securing all the watercraft at this point. So we're going.
Holy cow. Full throttle, full steam ahead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, and we're doing a grow off. Oh, God, I got so much going on. We're doing a grow off Memorial Day to Labor Day. You can find the link for that if you get on our social medias and find it. I'm not going to say more about what it is, because I don't want to get anybody's podcast in trouble, but grow with us. You'll make a donation, and you'll get a little bag of goodies, and you'll plant your plant in the bag we give you, and then turn in pictures. And whoever gets the most clicks on their picture, you'll turn them into me. I will post them up, and nobody will know whose is whose. And we're basically going to count the likes throughout the event. And at the end of it, there's going to be goodie bags for at least the top 3. Top 1 is going to get a couple of packs of genetics that they want directly from Cincy Seeds US, and we'll get them to you. Anything you want off there. We'll be able to make that happen. And then for the other people, we'll figure it out. There'll be goodies to come. I got all summer to figure out what we're going to be giving away as we grow together. So it's going to be an auto flower in a Cincy grow bag. And if you don't have a grow space, the whole fun about this timing is you can go outside, even in the northern latitudes. And with the little auto flowers, you can just sneak them in your garden, put them on your porch, and nobody will be the wiser. And
get with the tomatoes.
Yep, exactly. So,
you didn't hear it from me, folks.
Follow all local guidelines and regulations. We don't advise you doing anything that will get you legally in trouble.
Right.
It's always up to you to realize what you're doing. We are discussing things that are done, in my case, in a legal space. So
Yes, thank you for that disclaimer. You know your stuff. That's for sure. Like, I better not say that, but I can say this. So we're in good hands, folks. Go and check them out. Operation Green Healing. CJ, it's been a pleasure. Is there anything else you would like to bring out to the DAWG DAZE listeners about your operation? It's fantastic. I encourage everybody to go out and support.
That's it. Just take a look at our stuff. For all you veterans out there, the goal is to find different ways to heal. And we have
Yes.
really good educational resources and connections on everything. And it doesn't have to be any of these plant medicines. It doesn't have to be the psilocybin. It doesn't have to be the cannabis. Quite simply, coming together with veterans. The reason we have all these breakfasts coming up is because something I've said for a long time is if we trace back to where these indigenous cultures were using the medicines and the way they healed, their warriors didn't suffer from all this PTSD and the shit that we have now. And it's
Mm,
because the community cared for them
yes.
post
Thank you.
experience, right? So we need to come together. Cannabis and food are two things that have forever put people in a circle, brought them together, and opened their mouths and opened their hearts and opened their minds. So even if you're not able to come to the events now and you want to get something like this going in your area, even if you're in a state that's not legal, THCA is still legal. And you know what? Even if you don't want to do that, getting together and having camaraderie with another group of veterans who are like-minded is how we're going to heal. It's those little things that start. So if you're interested in making a difference in your community and being a volunteer for Operation Green Healing, reach out. CJ at operationgreenhealing.org. It's all at operationgreenhealing.org. Support CJ, Terry, Greg, whatever you put in there, it's all going to come into us and we're going to find it. And we really just want to see you out there. Come to the events. The Puff and Paint is open to all. We got a bare minimum of 15 slots for veterans. That's what I have budgeted. If more of y'all come out, we're going to make it happen. I'm not going to throw people away. All right.
No one's going to get turned away.
No one's going to get turned away. I set realistic expectations. This is our first one. If one of y'all come out, I've made a difference and I've done my job. That's what it's all about. Reaching y'all one at a time and supporting one another. Support your other, whatever it is, support your community. Get out. And that's how we're going to heal. If you're not really into that, our Discord meets 3 times a week regularly. We're in there most nights, but we have a Saturday morning, 9 a.m. sesh, wake and bake. That's 9 a.m. Central Time for all these guys. So you're going to have to convert it to yourself. Sunday afternoon, 4:20. We have our 4:20 sesh. And then we have a nightcap on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. So that kind of, it's your after dinner smoke if you're on the West Coast, or it's right before bed if you're on the East Coast.
Cool.
Those times, somebody's always in our Discord. One of our people who's going to be going to the peer support training, one of our founders, one of our guys, one of our gals will be in there for you. Usually there's a whole group of us. Sometimes it's, 420 on Sunday was really nice out the other day. Nah, there was crickets. 2 of us were in there. But other than that, like most nights, people are there. Break the isolation. Get out. If you don't want to be on camera, the beauty in Discord, your name can be Joe Schmo, and you can put a picture of your dog up for us to look at. Just come talk to us, because talking is how we heal.
Absolutely. I totally agree. I've enjoyed spending some time with you, and veterans out there, check out this organization because it's well worth it. Hey, until next time, folks, stay safe out there.